come to why what Ali's about with this trust is so important. Primary school is actually where it all starts. Every kid that goes into primary school is excited about the world around them. What 5-year-old, what 6-year-old isn't interested in what makes a leaf go from green to brown, or why the tide goes up and down, or the moon moves around in the sky? Every little kid knows that. But we know by the time the kids reach the teenage years, 10, 11, 12, they're being turned off science. They've gone from excited about the world around them to not wanting to know about it, or a large number has. And the reasons are deep and meaningful. First of all, the parents themselves, as I said, a community which doesn't value science as much as it might. And I've talked a little bit about that. Secondly, teachers. Sadly, well, not sadly in one sense, all primary school I'm generalising here, many primary school teachers have very little science in their own educational background. Most of them come through the humanities, and if you look at the average number of hours that a primary school teacher gets in their training to be a teacher in science education, it's less than 20 in their whole course. And remember, they start from a low science knowledge base themselves, and it's inevitable then, for the reasons I talked about before, that many kids will know almost more than their teacher, even when they're 7, 8 or 9. And if a teacher isn't comfortable and confident, they project that back on the kids. So if the parent on one hand is not seeing science as being important, and the teacher doesn't feel fully comfortable in the subject, no wonder kids get turned off. And so the ways through that are multiple. Part of it is about getting the community more engaged in science, as I've talked about. Part of it is looking at the training of science teachers, and we've recommended, for example, that there should be resource teachers to help schools develop better programs. But most of all, part of it's about providing kids, as they get to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, with science education which can be exciting, relevant to them, and has a discovery element to it. In other words, they learn for themselves in doing so. And if you can do that in such a way that it's not boring, that it's always new, and that it's reasonably stereotyped, so even a teacher who's not well embedded in science can use those things, then we can make a big difference. And that's where the concept of the science library comes from. Our concept of the science library is to provide a set of kits of different types that can be pedagogically linked to educational programs of value for children of different ages, and which the schools can borrow for the 1 or 2 weeks they need it, and then it can go on to another school. Because one of the other problems is science kit can be quite expensive. But if it's only going to be used for 1 or 2 weeks a year, many schools can't afford it. Or they don't, because they don't have the skill set and the teachers, they don't know how to use it. And so again, these concepts of science equipment libraries are common around the world now to try and to allow schools to have more variety so the kids don't know what's coming next, so to speak. So to my way of thinking, we're seeing an increasing number of self-starting endeavours in this area of STEM education. You've seen, there's, for instance, Mind Lab, which is something done with Unitec in Auckland, which is aimed at kids in a different sector. You've seen the Lens Lab up in Auckland, which deals with biology kids later on in their age. And you've got exercises like Science Alive in Christchurch, and now the Science Library here in Auckland. All of these are part of the increasing recognition that for good education, you can't just leave it to the government alone. You need to involve the private sector, but let's do it in a way that is pedagogically and scientifically meaningful. And I think here we have the start of something which can do that. I think what I've said to Ali in my past conversations with her is, it's not just getting a pile of old bits of junk that laboratories have thrown out. It's actually finding the right kinds of educationally valuable equipment and the teaching program that surrounds it and making it available to the schools appropriately. If that's done, and then if you're married with the initiatives like the one I've just talked about from the government of participatory science, where we can actually involve families and parents and cousins and everybody else in the programs of teaching, then I think we've got a good chance that we can rapidly get a return on an investment and actually increase the amount of science capital we have in this country. If we do that, we'll have better informed citizens, we'll make better decisions as a country, and we'll have more people able to make those choices of how we generate and turn knowledge into economic growth, environmental sustainability and social progress. So with that, thank you very much.